Hey everyone, it's Kai from Kool Collectibles back again for another review. This time it's the Neca 6-inch scale power loader from Aliens. For all your Neca Aliens figures, click the link in the description below to head on over to Big Bad Toy Store. They ship worldwide, so definitely check them out. Alright, I'm a huge Aliens fan, so I've always wanted a power loader in my collection. When I saw the Hot Toys 1/6 scale version teased a year or two ago, it hasn't released yet. But as soon as I saw the Neca version, I couldn't resist, particularly because I've also got the previous Alien Queen figure that they released sometime last year. So the box here is pretty nicely done. Nice bit of photography there showing off what's inside. And there is Ripley inside the power loader. So I just reviewed the Ripley figure a couple of reviews back. So hopefully you can go check that out if you haven't watched that already. But I'll bring her out and put her in after I crack this one open. So I'll do that right now and give you guys a closer look. Alright, so here is the power loader out of the box, and straight up it is a fantastic 6-inch scaled figure. The amount of detail in the articulation, the paint application, it's probably one of the best 6-inch scaled figures I've ever seen and I've ever had in my collection. There are a couple of nitpicks, but other than those minor things that I'll go through in a second, it is pretty damn amazing. Now I guess initially straight out of the box, I thought that the scale was a bit off and that it was a bit too small in comparison to the Queen. But going back to some of the scenes in the movie, it's actually not too bad. I'll just grab a Ripley just to quickly show you the scale as well. So it's pretty much in scale to have her fit in there pretty much perfectly. So you watch her come out of as that roller door or whatever it is slides up in the movie, and they reveal her in the power loader, just about ready to fight the Queen. It looks pretty much perfect in terms of scale. So after initial impressions, you do see that it is pretty accurate. But I'll just quickly give you a close-up view of the details on this thing. It's just incredible. I couldn't actually believe that all of these wires at the back here are individually cabled together. I guess I can't really remember too much from the rear of the power loader in the movie. I couldn't remember it being this messy, to be honest, and I might go back and double check, but the amount of detail there is just incredible. It pretty much links in all the pistons to all the hydraulics, and I guess the central power source here. So it just makes sense on how they've done all of that to control all the hydraulics. And just look at all the weathering, all this sort of black wash is just beautifully done. All the scratches. I guess the best part that I'll go through individually is all the articulated pistons. It's just incredible that they've pretty much made all of these pistons workable pistons that operate in their own way. I guess it also comes with a couple of these pillars or something along those lines that sort of fit into these two holes at the top here. So you just plug those in, and it's probably best to do that last after you've set Ripley up in there, because when you sort of lift this up, I almost snap them off. As you can see, it sort of gets stuck in the way and you bend them out, so just make sure you don't do that and snap these off. So I normally just take them off and leave them last. I also noticed that they give you a couple of alternate hands. So the Ripley hands here originally are for the gun holding, and the sort of palm relaxed hand there, but these two hands are specific to hold these handlebars along the inner arms there that do slide in and out. If I can just show you that. So these do slide on those arrows. I think pretty much everywhere where they've got an arrow in red is pretty much where there is a bit of articulation. So I haven't actually tried putting these hands on her and fitting her in there yet, but I'll show you that after I go through the articulation. The articulation is just, I can't believe how good it is. I'll go from the arms, I guess, to start off with. So these do close together. I'll just set it up properly. So these do move up and down, and they're just on friction, but they do seem to hold fairly well. And these, I'm not sure if those are actual, no they are actual metal cables or pillars there. So that's a very nice touch there, and again all the detail in the paint application is just amazing. It does rotate in and out on that hinge, so that's a nice touch. And the elbow articulation, so you'll see as I move this elbow, this piston here will move up and down, which there you go, is pretty damn amazing. It does have, I think there's probably one more click in there, or a couple more. Actually goes quite a long way, so you just might want to be careful not to extend that too far so that this pops out. But other than that, you can't really complain too much about the arm at all. It's just a bit fiddly with all of these cables all over the place. Just to be careful where you put your hands, just in case you pull or snap one of them off. But everything does feel pretty sturdy, so I haven't felt like I've risked or been too risky anyway. The shoulder articulation, you can probably see there's a joint there that allows the outward motion like so, and then there's the joints back here and this working piston here along the back there that allows the rotation. So if I just show you that, so as you rotate the arm up, this piston will work. So you probably just need to get all of the cables out of the way and just be careful of that, and once you get them out the way, you can then move the arm quite a long way and the piston will just go closer to this bottom bit here. So there's a bit of an example on how high you can get it, and that is pretty damn amazing. And it's pretty much the same on this side here, so just be careful on how you move the cables out the way, and you can pretty much move the arms pretty much how you would expect her to do it in the movie. So you can come in here and smash the queen on that side of the face. So the articulation is just incredible. The legs, they're on just I think it's just a ball joint on the hips here. So there's no sort of piston action there, but that's okay. I mean, at least that allows a bit of play in and out like so, which is pretty good. The knees have a working piston here, so you just have to be careful the first time you do it that you don't, as it pushes in, you don't snap it off, because luckily I stopped because I saw on this one at least it was starting to bend outwards, but now it works pretty well. So if you just bend it like that, and you'll see that the piston is working. So let me just hold it on this one a bit tighter. So I think, oh no, it actually stops. So the piston probably stops there. You can feel it touching the top of the piston here, and so you can't move it up any further. At least on mine, I can't anyway. But again, amazing detail and paint application. And on the feet here, again, there's a working piston here, and that's just on a little ratchet joint, and so that extends along that piston there. So they're all a bit tight, so just be careful, but it's amazing how they work. So the detail, it does come with little pose pegs, peg holes, but I don't think it really needs it at all. Love that dirt wash. So I think that pretty much covers all of the articulation. Not sure if I've shown you all the detail. So the foot straps there, detailing on the inside of the arm with that movable sort of control stick, all the wires, the strap here, so the hood just, the gate here just pegs into those holes there. The strap just, there's a little peg there, and you just peg it in like so. And this is all sort of soft plastic, which is quite nice. So that is pretty much it. I'll get Ripley set up inside and give you guys a look at that. Alright, before I totally strap her in, I just got to point out that the belt here is actually 3 parts. I actually thought it was only 2 parts before, but you need to take that off and take these 2 apart as well. before you can actually put her in. And then you can just put the feet in and slot her feet in like so. And oh, I guess the other thing to note is on the Ripley figure itself, you have to take off the bandolier, and that was a bit of a pain because you have to remove her head, so I had to dip her whole head in boiling water to soften that up to get the head removed. So just to take note of that. And I've also put on the swap out hands, but the pegs are pretty small, particularly on the right hand side here, and so the fist does tend to fall off quite easily. But I'll try and pose her up properly, as properly as I can, and give you guys a look at that. Hold on. Alright, so this is probably my biggest nitpick for this particular figure with these hands and the way they angle in. It's, well, for me, I just cannot figure out a way to connect the wrist here to the hand with that in place. It's just the way you angle the arm and the way you angle the hand. It's probably the best that I can do on this particular side. But on this particular side, the hand is pretty much just the way it's molded, is always pretty much facing downwards like so, and the angle with the arm is not going to happen. So I can sort of push it back like that and sort of give the illusion maybe that the hand is actually attached to the arm, but I'm not sure what I'm going to do there, so I might have a bit more of a play, but I'll grab the Alien Queen and give you guys a size comparison. Hold on. Alright, so here is a bit of a size comparison. That's as best as I can sort of pose it up at the moment. I was trying to get the mouth, of course, inside the grill there, but you can sort of just take the stand off here and maybe just try and relax it against the power loader, which might be not too bad a way to do it. I'll just take it off the stand here. So it does look pretty damn good, but you get a feel for the size difference. The Alien Queen is just huge in comparison. But again, I did check back through the movie and it does look pretty accurate to the size. But I guess on display I probably would have preferred the power loader to be slightly bigger, even if this size is accurate. But overall, together, they just make for an awesome display. Of course, I forgot good old Bishop here down the bottom being ripped apart. So all up, I would say the power loader is, if you're an Aliens fan, is a definite must-have in this scale. I guess the worst thing for me is definitely working with these hands to get them around the little joysticks there. This one in particular has an annoying habit of popping off at the worst time, and the other one isn't too bad, but it really is an exercise in frustration trying to get them to pose up nicely. And of course you do need to be very careful with a lot of these pistons. I almost snapped this one here just before, so just be very, very careful how you place your hands around the figure. But that's pretty much it. Hopefully you like that look at the Neca power loader and this size comparison together. Highly recommended for Aliens fans. So hope you can subscribe and stay tuned for my other upcoming reviews. I've got 1/6 scale sideshow figures coming up in the next week or so, and a whole bunch of Star Wars Black Series figures that I got in as well just today. So hopefully you can stick around for all of that. Thanks again, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Cheers. Bye.